Today I'm going to be playing Pokemon, not the Pokemon as you know it. This is a spin on the original Pokemon games where you generally take out all the gym leaders, continue to the Elite Four and defeat the champion. No, in this game I will be playing as the gym leader in my own city. Now before we jump into the action, we need to select what type of gym we will have. The choice of what type our gym will be is huge. This will limit the amount of Pokemon we can have and change the playstyle of Pokemon that I'm used to. Now if you didn't know, I have played this before as an ice type gym leader and that was a crazy experience. I think fire suits me a little more. If you could choose one type to play with forever, what would it be and why? Now we have 3 fire starters to choose from: Growlithe, Vulpix and Magby. Now out of these 3, I'm really set on Growlithe or Vulpix, and I think Growlithe is a Pokemon for me. Now I'm going to nickname our partner Pokemon Khan, as that's my dog in real life. Here it is, we meet the mayor of Umble City, the city where I'm going to be taking over as the gym leader. The old one was a deadbeat and left the city to rot, and the mayor explains as long as I keep the people happy, I will be a successful gym leader. We meet the mayor outside of our new gym and he explains that I start my new job tomorrow and takes us to our home, where we will be living while we are the gym leader. At home we're met with a package that contains the TM flamethrower. Khan is instantly learning that. Following instructions, we go to the town hall where we are met with someone from the Rough Rider gang who has been tormenting the city, and he decides to challenge us because we're just looking at him dumbly apparently. So let's attack the Rough Rider, who sends out a level 4 Poochyena. Luckily Khan has gained some experience from some battles and it's time to eliminate the Rough Rider with flamethrower. Does he stand a chance? Absolutely not. He also sends out Scraggy, who proceeds to get 2-shot by flamethrower. Khan, you are undefeatable and you're going to go undefeated through this entire series. I'm calling it now. Finally, being able to talk to the mayor, he explains the rules of being a gym leader of Umble City. We cannot use a Pokemon that don't share the same typing. However, there is an alternative way around this. I am allowed 2 Pokemon out of my 6 that do not share the fire type as long as they can learn flamethrower. He then sends us on our way to see some applications for a gym guy. Out of my 3 options, I decided to play the game on a hard difficulty where you gain fast but get challenged by more difficult opponents. After spending a night in my new house, I wake up and head over to my new gym to meet the mayor and the previous gym trainers. I then get told before I can open the gym, I will need to have 3 Pokemon with the fire type, or the Pokemon need to know my gym's signature move, flamethrower. After the mayor proceeds to leave, the gym trainers basically say he's a waste of space and I need to keep up with them. After hearing the news to open the gym up, I head off through Craggy Path into a cave where hopefully I can capture some fire type Pokemon and build my team up to be the best fire type gym leader ever. I finally find a cave within a cave, the Molten Steel Pit. This sounds promising and hopefully we can find some fire types. After picking up a charcoal and a heat rock, I encounter a roly-coly. After finally capturing him, I nickname him Steam. We then encounter a Salandit. I attempt to capture him, realizing it's a boy and I wouldn't be able to evolve it. Finally, a Slugma has appeared, a fire type Pokemon finally to add to the team, and after capturing her, the nickname Eruption is gonna suit it best. After returning to town, I realised Roly-Coly wouldn't be able to learn Flamethrower, and it's time to return to Craggy Pass to capture the Umble Onix. This Pokemon is actually a fire type Pokemon and looks incredible. I wish Pokemon would make more regional versions of some OG 151 Pokemon. Let's nickname you Snake Boy. I know it's a female, but Snake Boy suits it. After assembling my team and making it the strongest it possibly could be, it's time to take the role of the gym leader and show the town I mean business. Surprisingly, there was much more challenges in the first day of being a gym leader than I expected. So, the first gym attacker was pathetic. And it's time to move on to the second one, which was actually an electric type trainer that had a decent team, although not strong enough to damage me at all really. And the third trainer has an Umbral Aron. This Pokemon is a dragon type, and he manages to take Khan out, which no one has gotten this far yet. It's time for Snake Boy to come in and clean up the rest of the team. Finally, the final trainer has the Dark Electric Chinchou, the Umbral version. Taking that out was pretty easy, and they proceeded to send out their Golett and Flabebe. Snake Boy cleans him up, and that was our first day as the gym leader successful. After a few days of beating the same people over and over again, finally some interesting trainers showed up with some unique Pokemon. Starting with Snom, an Ice Bug type, dying to any move I would click. They then proceed to repeat the same trainers I'm used to fighting. So I'm going to take this chance to talk to you guys and say thank you for all the support on my videos recently. If you could hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet, I would appreciate that so much. So everyone who has made it to this point in the video, if you could comment down below, Khan is the best doggo, I will know that you have made it this far into the video, and I really appreciate that. After the day at the gym, I have to go and meet the mayor. He says I've made quite the ruckus and the townspeople are quite happy with me. We then get interrupted by Elizabeth, who says I haven't impressed her and no one else matters other than her apparently. She then goes to my gym and says I need to challenge her before I can move on and prove myself, as she is the strongest trainer around. Clearly she hasn't met me, the boss fire type gym leader. I will say her team was very interesting, having Clefairy, Gumi and a lot of cool Pokemon in it. She was still no match for me, but we have finally moved up to gym trainer rank 1. After a few more days at the gym, I realize I have enough money to start increasing the size of the town by buying some buildings. Off to Town Hall I go to talk to the architect, who gives me some building plans for a small price of 10,000 Poké-Dollars. After building that, I decide it's time to go back to the gym as rank 1 to see how much the challenges have improved, and they have. Starting off my next battle, with my level 20 Khan, they send out a level 28 Lairon, which is incredibly difficult to fight. I was stunned by this and I didn't really know how to attack it. I luckily get off a burn so Lairon couldn't do too much and proceed to take it out after all of the healables it uses with Khan. Moving on to the next challenger, they also send out a high level 24 Curlier, which could have done a lot of damage if they had more than one Pokemon. Same goes to the previous challenger, so it wasn't too much of a challenge. Now it's time for Bug Catcher Rob, who basically allows me to level up my Pokemon against its 6 bug type Pokemon. The following day was the same strong trainers, finally a challenge for me, starting against a level 23 Hatterene, who was accompanied with some more Pokemon, an Electrike and a Honedge. Finally, we are starting to see some more strong trainers who could possibly pose a challenge and maybe, just maybe, get the flame badge from me. Since then, no other challenges was an issue. We then proceed to go to meet the mayor, and we are approached by the Rough Riders, who still seem to have a problem with me and wants to battle. If they win, I will leave the city never to return. How could I ever lose to a Rough Rider? Khan proceeds to demolish his Dark type team, and there's no possible way I could ever lose to a Rough Rider. Me, I am the Fire type gym leader. After some training, Snake Boy evolves into Bigger Snake Boy, and we continue to build up the city just a little more, also increasing the amount of money that I will receive from the town per day. The next day at the gym was boring as always, the same trainers getting flattened by Khan, the best doggo in the world. starting against the bug catcher once again, allowing me to level up even further. So while I take on the other challenges, would you guys like to see more videos like this, maybe on some other games? If you do have any suggestions, please leave a comment down below on what games you would like me to play. I can play games from the original Pokemon Red and Blue all the way up to Scarlet and Violet. If you guys haven't seen, I have done a randomizer that has just ended on Pokemon Scarlet. Now that ended horribly. If you guys haven't seen that, please go check that out. There will be a link to it in the description along with my Discord. If you guys aren't in my Discord, please join up if you like Pokemon. It is genuinely the best Pokemon community that there is out there. We talk about Pokemon all day and everything is about Pokemon. We do talk about some other games also, but you're here for Pokemon, be honest with me. And you guys can get sneak peeks on my videos, including pictures of my thumbnails, possible upcoming videos, and you guys can suggest things there alongside my comments. So please don't forget, if you haven't yet, hit the like button. Completing that day at the gym, we return home and we are kidnapped. We have been kidnapped by the Rough Riders. I then proceed to talk to the lady guarding the gate all the way upstairs, and she wants to battle before I can leave. They do have a strong team, but I have been doing some training against some Blissies that stand outside my gym. So they are no match for me, and they have lowered Khan's health by quite a bit, unfortunately. I then try to avoid all the Rough Riders possible, but I do get seen by a Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz does proceed to lower Khan's HP even more, but I do get the burn off, allowing me to take it out. I decide to stay in with Khan, which was the correct option because I was able to take out Krokorok and Scraggy pretty easily with some flamethrowers. I then avoid the rest of the Rough Riders in there, and let's heal up Khan, put Snake Boy in the front of my party, and it's time to take on the double battle. Now this double battle was a hell of a lot harder than I thought. Pawniard and Drugdodon pose a massive threat to me. So Khan and Snake Boy do a lot of damage here. Khan is taking some damage but also dishing it out. So I then get off a Stealth Rocks with Snake Boy and Khan goes down. Eruption, in all honesty, is kind of a waste of space here as he don't really do much for me, and they proceed to heal. They do have a hell of a lot of healables in this battle, and we are left with Snake Boy to take out 4 more Pokemon. Is that even possible with all the healables? We will see. Snake Boy is putting in that damage, and I do get a lot of curses up, increasing my attack and defense, just lowering my speed, which I wasn't really going to outspeed them anyway. They then send out Crobat, which was actually a Zoroark. I take out Crobat or Zoroark and Drugdodon, and they send out Staravia and Crobat. One Rock Slide would have finished them off. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. I then go and rebattle them at full health. Khan wasn't at full health in the first fight, so I thought it was quite unfair. This battle hopefully won't turn out like the first one, because if I lose too much, I have to resign as the gym leader. Funny enough, my name is Resign. So we proceed in this fight, taking out no one, and then Khan goes down. The same thing is about to occur, although Snake Boy has already got some curses up. And Eruption does do something. It finally gets off a yawn, allowing me to do something. Snake Boy is on embargo, so it cannot use curse more than once. So I proceed to try and take out the Druddigon, but the hyper potions keep on coming out. Can I win this fight? I have no idea. I'm gonna go for another curse and then go in for the Rock Slide. Krokorok keeps on using Dig, avoiding all of my moves, but Rock Slide comes out one more time and is able to take out Crobat and Krokorok at the same time, who was also a Zoroark again. Now Crobat and Staravia, these last time took out my team. Hopefully Rock Slide can take them both out, and it does. Snake Boy is the MVP of this battle. We finally made it out, and it is time to see the mayor and meet the leader of the Rough Riders, Edgar. Now Edgar claims that he has not set this up, and he has told him specifically not to do anything to me. Whoever has made this decision will get a beating and will be kicked out of the Rough Riders gang. We then proceed to gym rank 3, and we're gonna need 6 Pokemon if we want to continue being the gym leader. So we then rest up, and I find out it's been 26 days since I have been the gym leader. So it is time to go on vacation. After going over to the mayor's office, we have 3 options. Now I'm going to take 4 days, and we've got Breeze City, Opulence City and Frigid City. Now after a long time thinking about it, I've done some research, and I thought Breeze Town is going to be the most beneficial for me to get some fire type Pokemon and increase the power of my team. So off to Breeze Town we go. After getting to Breeze Town, I go with one goal: to finish off my team and get all 6 Pokemon, and I see a Misdreavus. So to me that means I can teach this Flamethrower when it evolves into Mismagius, which is one of my favourite Pokemon, and I know it's some of you guys' favourite Pokemon. So after this grueling battle with Misdreavus, I'm hoping I can finally capture it in a Great Ball. Come on, 3 rolls and we have no luck. Misdreavus is posing a bigger threat than I thought. It's taken Khan out already, and Snake Boy has been left to deal with it. Luckily Snake Boy's got leftovers, which was an item I found in Breeze Town. Luckily Misdreavus just seems to not want to be caught. Misdreavus, you are joining my team, and I'm going to teach you Flamethrower when you evolve into Mismagius, no matter what. So we finally proceed to capture Mismagius with this ball. 3 rolls and we have caught it. What nickname are we going to give Misdreavus? Now after thinking about it, Misdreavus, Mismagius, they've always kind of reminded me of the Joker, which is my favourite DC character, so we're going to call it Joker. Moving on, we just going through the grass, and I had no idea that I could find a blue Magby, which is Magby Breeze Edition. That's incredible. So I done some research and found out it was a fire and water type. So I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to be adding Magby onto my team. Although he takes out Snake Boy, and I'm left with Joker to use some Pain Split, and Eruption, who's not going to do too much. So Joker proceeds to get taken down. I do weaken it, and Eruption comes out, so I can start dashing some Ultra Balls or some Great Balls at this Pokemon. Do I have any luck capturing it? Absolutely not. And Magby takes me out. We find ourselves in the Rough Riders hideout, so I proceed to go and get a Firestone, as it's time for Khan to finally evolve into the big bad Arcanine. Now Arcanine is going to be a powerhouse on my team, and I'm also going to be teaching it Extreme Speed, which allows me to get some priority. We then head to Starter Park, where we encounter a Tepig. Tepig is one of my favourite starters of all time, as Gen 5 is just my favourite in general. So Tepig, you're going to be joining my team. You weaken yourself with Head Smash and we capture you. The nickname I'm going to give Tepig, and Emboar just always reminds me of an explosion, so I'm going to call Tepig Boom, and you guys know I like to call my Pokemon Boom for no reason at all. We then find a Litten. Litten is the Dark Fire type from Gen 7, who is a massive powerhouse with Incineroar, allowing me to have 2 Intimidate Pokemon on my team, including Arcanine, or Khan as you guys know him. So we then capture Litten on the first Great Ball. What luck is that? Now I used to have a cat in real life who I called Sparky, so Litten's name is going to be Sparky. We then go and evolve Joker. Little did I know, Joker actually evolves into Breeze Edition, which is already a fire type. Luckily, it teaches itself the move Flamethrower. Not that that affects me, my TMs have unlimited teachability. Eruption is also evolving, so we done a massive training session against some Blissies. Eruption evolves into Macargo, which just gives me some more power and some tanking, I guess, learning Shell Smash, which if you guys have ever fought a Shell Smash Cloyster or Macargo, you know this can do a hell of a lot of damage. Boom is also going to be evolving into Pig Knight, which, I mean, is just a round ball essentially, and not much changes from Tepig. I actually prefer Tepig's design, as Pig Knight didn't really change too much. We then teach it Arm Thrust instead of Head Smash, as I'm not a fan of recoil damage and never have been. So we then move on to Litten, evolving, or Sparky as you guys know it, into Torracat. Sorry, I actually totally forgot the name then. Torracat is going to be evolved into, and we then final evolve Boom into Embor, finally getting the powerhouse moves that I needed to learn to stay on my team. Boom, if you want to stay on my team, you need to pull your weight, and Sparky is also going to be evolving into Incineroar, giving me the 2 fire type starter powerhouses that I need to continue my journey as the best fire type gym leader, as I've not lost yet and I don't plan on losing ever. We then try to open up the gym and realize that we're still on vacation because that ended early when Magby took us out, so we couldn't open the gym. We finally figure out how to return to Breeze City, and I can have a second chance at capturing this Magby, who really caught my attention. Water fire type, the only Pokemon I know with that typing is a Volcanion, which is a mythical Pokemon. So we weaken Magby with Khan and proceed to throw 1,000,004 Great Balls until we capture Magby. So Magby is going to be added to the Pokedex and given the nickname Blue Boy along with Snake Boy. We then start training it up, evolving into Magmar. I couldn't figure out how to evolve it into Magmortar this whole time, so Magby or Magmar or Blue Boy, whatever you want to call it, is slightly over leveled in my next battles. We then fight VVV, who is an evolution trainer. Blue Boy proceeds to demolish it, and Eevee has some insane defense. So they send out Jolteon instead of Eevee, and Blue Boy demolishes it. Flareon comes out, Aqua Jet with a priority is going to demolish Flareon's health, and it's time for them to resend out Eevee that I take out. Vaporeon is their final Pokemon, and I just proceed to low kick it several times until Vaporeon's health drops down low enough to where I can finally take it out. Vaporeon does use a lot of water moves, and Blue Boy's got the ability Water Absorb, allowing me to retain all of my health points. Moving on to the next trainer, it's another bug type trainer, which just allows Blue Boy to level up even more, which is crazy because Blue Boy is already level 55. And if you guys did watch my ice type gym leader video, you know that my Pokemon at the end of the game was pretty much level 55 and around that level. So to have a Pokemon at this stage already is incredible. We send out Joker because Joker needs some more experience points to take out the rest of the bug type Pokemon. Joker proceeds to do that with absolute ease and no issue there. We then have to refight the Eevee trainer, which does kind of pose a threat, but not much. We then take Eevee out with Flamethrower, as its special defense was nowhere near the stat of its defense. Eevee has a buffed defense in this game, and I have no idea if they've given it the Eevee Elite, which would make sense because Eevee, why not? We then take out the rest of the Pokemon that they sent out, but Joker is going to finish off Vaporeon with some Shadow Balls, hopefully lowering the special defense. Vaporeon proceeds to do absolutely nothing other than use a Hyper Potion, and Shadow Ball will finally take the Vaporeon out after one more Hyper Potion. Joker does feint to that, which is unfortunate, so Khan's going to come out and go in for an extreme speed, taking out Vaporeon and leveling up to 47. The final trainer is a random trainer that we haven't fought yet with a level 36 Staraptor, so the gym trainers do have some catching up to do to me, as I am a little bit over leveled now, but at least they are posing a threat and coming with some more interesting teams for me to fight. Blue Boy proceeds to take out the team and level up to 56. They send out Frostlass and a flamethrower demolishes it instantly. We then go home and we have a letter from Edgar saying if we are going to battle and if I win, you have to quit as being gym leader permanently and there's no changing your mind. I then head all the way over to the Badlands so I can go and take Edgar on, thinking I'm very over leveled and I'm not going to have a single issue against him and sweep him. We then have to fight some bug type trainers and some other trainers on the way, so let's skip to where we have to fight Edgar. After finally making our way through the rest of the Rough Riders, it's time to take on Edgar. Now I know he's going to be a big challenge for me, but this is going to be an easy fight. I've got that in my head. Blue Boy's over level and he starts off with Aggron and a Healer Ball. We get the burn off, a full restore comes out and we still proceed to take out the Aggron. I stay in with Blue Boy thinking I've got enough power to take out this Tyranitar, and Tyranitar takes out Blue Boy. Bearing in mind we have no Healer Balls for this fight, I send out Snake Boy to get off a Stealth Rock to damage the rest of Edgar's team and get some Ice Fangs out. I then go over to Curse to hopefully tank some moves and get my stats up so I can sweep his team with Snake Boy, as that is one of my main Pokemon on this team. Snake Boy takes out Tyranitar and recovers some more health. Garchomp comes out, gets damaged by the Stealth Rocks, and it's time to take Garchomp out. Although he's a bit beefy and I didn't realise he could take out Snake Boy that easy. It's time for Joker to come out and get one shot by Crunch. That was bad on my behalf as I totally forgot Crunch would just one shot it with no effect. Khan comes out and I get off a Howl, and that increases my attack, allowing me to kill Garchomp with Crunch. Metagross comes out and I'm going to go in for a Crunch because it's Psychic type and I can finally take it out. Although Extreme Speed didn't do enough damage to take Metagross out, unfortunately. Eruption comes out, the weakest in my team and one I haven't trained to fight a Hydreigon, and Hydreigon kills Eruption. Moving on to my final Pokemon, Sparky, I'm in high hopes. I believe that Hydreigon is the last Pokemon Edgar has and I can maybe do something to take it out. If I do, I can win. I then go for Darkest Lariat and proceed to take out Hydreigon. I'm extremely happy at this point. I then realise Edgar still has Salamence, so that ends this run. I have lost to Edgar, meaning game over. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like down below, comment if you want some more videos like this, and what type of gym trainer would you be if you could pick one type to ever play as. Thank you guys for making it this far in the video, enjoy the rest of your day.